The medbay of the research vessel Shining Gem was equipped for dozens of species, but only one patient now made its walls tremble with low, vibrating growls. On the biocot sat a ran cub, a young predator, all claws and hard muscle, raised in a culture where pain meant shame. His name was Kyer. His 4 eyes were narrowed, the armored plates along his neck flared in instinctive threat. The Q-Willite and Drin medics kept a safe distance. In the last half hour, he had already tried to escape 3 times. "The human is needed," the Q-Willites repeated, their voices carrying an unfamiliar hint of helplessness. So when the door slid open and Dr. Emily Carter stepped inside, everyone exhaled in relief. She was a lean human woman in her 40s, her hair tied back. No armor, no shock tools, just a datapad in hand. "Kyer," she said softly, stepping closer than any alien medic dared. "May I sit?" The ran cub snarled, baring sharp teeth, but Emily didn't back away. She simply looked at him, calm and steady. Her calmness cut through to him more than any scanner. "You want us to stop?" she asked quietly, careful not to make sudden movements. The cub finally growled. "You want to disable me, forever." Gasps rose behind her. Among the ran, disabling was a punishment, surgery that ruined a warrior's ability to hunt. "No one intends to take your movement," Emily said, kneeling so she could meet his lower pair of eyes, the ones that read emotion best. "You have a deep tear in your thigh. It needs stitching, that's all." He shook his head. "Lies, humans hate pain. You will break me, change me." Emily gave a small, almost amused smile. "You know," she said, "I grew up with a father who thought every scratch needed a full-arm cast. You think that was fun?" The cub blinked, surprised by the joke. "You're afraid," she continued, settling onto a supply crate, "that you'll lose who you are. That's normal. Anyone would be afraid, even a human." "Humans do not fear," the cub huffed. "You move forward always." Emily chuckled. "This morning I was afraid I wouldn't finish my biosensor report. I was afraid I'd forget to water the plant the crew gave me. And," she tapped her ribs, "I have 2 fractures from hitting a doorway during a gravity glitch." "Silence." "Dr. Carter," a Q-Willite asked, "why didn't you report?" "It'll heal," she waved it off. The cub stared. "You are injured." "Yes," she nodded, "and I'm afraid it'll get worse, which is why I want choice." His head tilted, a ran gesture of deep interest. "Choice?" "You decide," she said, raising 3 fingers. "Your options. Rapid regeneration gel hurts intensely for 30 seconds, then heals almost fully. Traditional stitching slower, no chemical stimulants. Do nothing. Ran biology will heal it slowly, leaving a large scar." The cub straightened. Ran culture was built on choice, combat rights hunts, coming-of-age trials. Emily knew this. He didn't notice he'd stopped growling. "These are mine," he whispered. "Yes, no one touches you unless you say so." He stared at her for a long time. In his 4 eyes flickered fear, confusion, and respect. "Humans give others the right to choose. We're too stubborn to let others choose for us," she said, smirking, "and too respectful to choose for someone else." Slowly the cub's neck plates lowered. "Then I picked the 3rd option." The medbay fell silent. "No treatment?" Emily asked. "I want the scar." He tapped his thigh. "Scars are memories of victory," but his eyes met hers. "I allow you to wash the blood and wrap it." Emily smiled warmly. "Deal." When she carefully cleaned the wound, the cub stayed still. His breathing was tense but his eyes clear. "You are the first who did not try to force me," he murmured. "I don't heal bodies," she said as she secured the bandage. "I heal fear. Fear is sickness. Worse than any wound," she said. She stepped back. "There, now you choose again. Rest or return to training." The cub rose. He felt pain, but not the frightening kind. the kind that reminded him he was alive. I train, let others see I endured. He walked toward the door, then paused. Human Emily. Yes. When I become a warrior, I will say that a human taught me this. Strength is not breaking others, but giving them choice. She smiled softly. I'll take that as my medal. Later in the lounge, Qwilites whispered. Human strange, one muttered. Letting a predator cub choose his own treatment, dangerous. Passing by, Emily smiled. Humans aren't the strongest, she said, but we're very, very good at one thing, understanding that most beings heal better through respect than force. And in the vast galaxy, that made humans more valuable than any weapon.